Because practically when you are there in the world, when you're living with your wife, when you're living with your children, when you're living with your family people, when you're living with your friends, you are just bloody working with them, you're doing all kinds of things, you're taking some advantages also, whatever you are getting, and at the same time you want to be detached. So it's better than you leave the society and go to the Himalayas and live in the caves, right? So detachment is a really dumb, stupid idea. Almost 3 to 4 years back, there was a time in my life when I was really going through a very bad time. Neither the things were working in job, nor in relationships, nor in family, nor in finance, nor in health. All kinds of problems were there in my life. So much of stress, so much of tension, even it became a kind of depression for me. So to overcome all these things, I generally used to go to my social feeds and Instagram and Facebook and was just trying to search some kind of quotes. I used to even see the YouTube videos of the motivation and inspiration. Maybe something I'll see, some kind of solution will pop up for my life and it will get enhanced. So I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos and I used to read a lot of quotes. So at that time there was a philosophy, and I would say not at that time, even this philosophy today is still very much trending and so many people are trying hard to stick to this philosophy. And the philosophy is, if you truly want to become happy, then you should get detached from the things and people. This is what is the philosophy, and it is very trending. And unfortunately, a lot of people are trying hard to do this philosophy, but if I tell you practically, this is a damn stupid, dumb idea. Because practically when you are there in the world, when you're living with your wife, when you're living with your children, when you're living with your family people, when you're living with your friends, you are just bloody working with them, you're doing all kinds of things, you're taking some advantages also, whatever you are getting, and at the same time you want to be detached. But when I read it for the first time, it looks fascinating, it looks really impressive, and I thought I'll also try hard to become detached with everything and my life will become happy. And unfortunately, a lot of people in this world are trying hard to become detached from this kind of person and that kind of person, but practically they're not able to do it. Still, things are impacting them, their emotions, their thoughts, their ideas, everything is being changed. Just because somebody is saying this and somebody is saying that means they are not detached. So one day when I was traveling to some other place at that time, so I was at the airport and I had this habit of checking out the books at the bookstores. I generally used to buy a lot of books when I used to travel to the different places. So when I was at the bookstore, I just picked up a book, and that book's name was Body, the Greatest Gadget, and it was written by Sadhguru. So it was like 2-in-1 kind of book. At one side of the book it was Body, the Greatest Gadget, and the second book in the same book was Mind, the Miracle. So I just opened that book and I was just flipping through the pages. So at one page, one line intrigued my mind. It hooked my mind so badly that whatever the damn philosophy that I had in my life just collapsed in 1 second. And the line said that you don't become free by excluding everyone. You actually become free when you include everything as a part of yourself. So when I read this line for the first time, I really got confused, because I was bloody trying hard to become detached, and this bloody bugger is saying that you become free when you include everything as a part of yourself. Means he's telling the reverse of what other people are telling. So I immediately purchased that book, and then I went to the work that whatever I was doing. 3 days back when I came back home, I was still thinking of the line that I've read, because I read it, but I was really not able to understand the depth of these lines, that how to include other people as a part of yourself. Then only you become free. But when I started listening Sadhguru more, when I started watching his videos, when I tried to understand the depth of his wisdom, almost 2.5 years later, when I got initiated into various kinds of meditative practices, now I understand what actually is the meaning of including everything as a part of yourself. I'll just give you a very practical example based upon which you would be able to understand. Let's say there is a mother. So mother has 3 children. So if you practically observe in your life that a mother who has 3 children who are doing all kinds of bad and good things, who are doing all kind of right and wrong things, but when you look at a mother carefully, you will see that a mother does not think that her children are some other parts or some other entity or some other things. For a mother, her children are like, they are part of herself. They are part of her body because she delivered them from her womb. So if you see, a mother is a kind of relation where she would not say that I want to get detached from these peoples. At the same time, she would never ever feel that in this relationships I am getting agitation or I am getting irritation or I am getting screwed up or I am getting stress or I am getting anxiety or depression. All these things are not happening for a mother because of her children, simply because she has included her children as a part of herself. Now she does exactly everything that she does for herself. If she has children and they are doing something wrong, she will try hard and exactly do what is needed to do with the children, rather than excluding herself and say, oh, I want to become free from my children. No, it doesn't work like that. Whereas if you see any other relation in the world as compared to mother, there is no inclusion. You like people if they do something that you like, and you dislike people if they do something that you dislike. Means there is no inclusion, there is only trading. If you do something that I like you. But in a mother's relationship, it doesn't happen. Whether her children do the things that she likes, whether her children do the things that she doesn't like, she will do what it takes to improve her. She knows that if her children are doing something wrong, she will try to fix it. She will teach him or she will teach her, or she will try to do this. Sometimes she will even beat her children because she wants to do the right things that she knows from the best of her capacity. And that is what the inclusion means. When you are operating into the world, when you are operating with your wife, when you are operating with your boss, when you are operating with your siblings, when you are operating with your neighbors and relatives, all kinds of people are there. The only problem with you is that if some people meet your expectations, you like them. If they don't meet your expectations, now you want to get detached. So it is a practically stupid idea that you have to get involved with people and detached with them at the same time, because what will happen if you try to get detached with your wife, if you try to get detached with your children, or if you try to get detached with your siblings and neighbors, you will observe one thing, that it will become very hard for you to live with those people. Then you will spoil both the things. Neither you would be able to live with them, nor you would be able to go away with them. So it's better than you leave the society and go to the Himalayas and live in the caves, right? So detachment is a really dumb, stupid idea. But now when it comes to the inclusion, that only a mother can include her children, but when it comes to the other relationships, it is very hard for you to include other people. But I want you to fix this one thing in your mind, that there are all kinds of people in this world. There are all kinds of peoples in your family, society and corporates. So it is very important for you to understand that people are not born bad. When they are born, they are very fresh, happy child. But so many influences, so many teachings, so many religious this and that and all kinds of shit is imposed in their mind, and then they become a kind of person that they are. And now you say they are bad people. So if you include them as a part of yourself, then you will do what it takes for that person to be done. Sometimes you will have to help them, sometimes you will have to threaten them, sometimes you will have to teach them, sometimes you may have to even kill them. Inclusion does not mean that you do what they like or you like. Inclusion means you do what is needed. Means the real thing is that you will do with the people what is needed, and that is possible only when you include those people as a part of yourself. Because what you do with yourself, you do with others, you do with all kinds of people. And that is what the real meaning of that quote, that you don't become free by excluding everyone. You really become free when you include everything as a part of yourself. And 3 years from now, the way I have been working in the direction, it has become really great experience for my life, that gradually it has reduced so many stupid things that used to happen in my life because of this relation and that relation. Simply when you include people, you do the things that you can do from your capacity, and other things will take place. Whatever the damn thing happen will happen.